Hey, what's up? So, the rise and fall of IHOP. How did it happen, and why did it happen? I go back to 1996. Started going to Metro right after I got saved. 1997, the Forerunner Message. 98, Paul Cain prophesies over me. You'll be confrontational, controversially, widely misunderstood. 1999, we start prayer. September 19th, a few months later, we go 24/7. So what is my context? I go all the way back. I remember the early days. Let me tell you what the emphasis was. The emphasis was healing and revival. Everything we did was centered around healing and revival. And things began to change in the early 2003 when we left the trailer and went to the prayer room. We went to where the prayer room is now, at Redbridge. Things began to change. Freedom began to get lost. Focuses began to alter. 2004 is when Paul Cain fiasco happens. It's when the YWAM connection happens. It's when Jill Austin's fiasco out in California happens. I mean, we had just a variety, about 3 or 4 things happen back to back within that window. So that's the context. So things begin to shift in 2004, and we started to go down this weird eschatology kick that was crazy. Okay, and that was when the further we got down the eschatology road, the worse things got. Let's be honest. So Kevin and Laura left. They were our healing people. They started the healing rooms. They left. They're like, if we're not going to do healing, I'm out of here. So you have them that kick off. You have Graham, which is a deliverance guy trying to do the healing stuff, but he's really a deliverance guy. So we realized that don't really work, but it is what it is. So that's where we are. So we're going down this weird road of eschatology that's just weird, if we want to be honest. And then it gets even more weird because we start going down this weird Israel road as well. I want to be real clear. Early days, in fact, I went back and listened to some old stuff just to make sure that I was not forgetting things. There wasn't hardly any talk of Israel. We prayed for Israel when someone remembered it. There may be a weird person here or there that was doing it, but it was not an emphasis in the early days. We had a seminar once a year about Israel. We also had a seminar about Joseph Company. So there was not an emphasis on this at all. And when we started, if you trace the history, when we pushed away from healing and pushed into Israel, the anointing left. There is a direct connection between this bizarre Israel kick and the anointing leaving. And I don't know why we decided to go down this weird road, but we did. And there's been nothing productive come out of it. And we don't see the miracles we used to see. We now are in the middle of a scandal. The Lord began to expose sin because we have forgotten and left the mandate of healing the sick. This is the reality. Do I think it's going to change? I don't know. Do I think that we're going to turn back to healing? Probably not. And I'm not sure that the Lord isn't going to bring the whole ministry to the ground if we don't. But that's not my place to make that call. And so that's just kind of where we are, I guess, with the whole Israel kick. And that's kind of how we got where we are with IHOP. That's the rise and that's the fall of IHOP, in my opinion. I'll leave it there. See ya.